Howdy y'all, Briscoe Bones. We're gonna do a little Destiny. This is gonna be kind of like one of them vloggy type things I mentioned I might start doing in one of my older videos, where it's gonna be playing something and talking about stuff too, not just gameplay. So we got Destiny 2. We're gonna talk about Destiny a little bit, and I'm also gonna be talking about depression and determination. Not really determination as much as other things, but I like alliteration. Yeah. I got a good high going right now. And, I just got home from the gym, so the lifter's high. Don't get too excited. A little background on what's going on. I couldn't sleep the other night. I was around somebody who had a cat, and the allergies, I'm allergic to cats, so the cat allergies made me go crazy. Couldn't sleep, was up pretty much all night. I slept from like 11, like noon o'clock to like 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. And I've been up since. It's 5 a.m. right now. I wish you could re-roll sparrows to change their perks. Like, you're gonna get or buy perks or something, because it drives me crazy having an awesome looking sparrow that I don't want to use because I don't give a shit about its perk. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure that's going to benefit at some point, having like the decreased cooldown perk thing. Oh, I'm coming for you, buddy. I didn't get you. But I mean, unless you have like a dick, a guy in a strike, or a friend, another guardian you're playing with who's kind of a dick, who blows up your shit, I have yet to benefit from the decreased cooldown between summonings. Pretty much the one I like to use the most is going to be less time to summon. That's the most useful, to be able to just pop that button and have your sparrow right there. That's the useful one. Reloading weapons, the only time reloading weapons while riding is useful is when you're doing Glimmer Extract public event and you have to go to that next public event or that next spot. That comes in handy, but other than that, there's really no point to it. Also, like right now, if you hear a humming, like that, bolted to the wall behind me in this room, not in this room, but just outside this room, is the little hub thingy for the sprinkler system. So it's the pump for the sprinklers, and it's loud as hell. I can barely even hear myself think right now. And unfortunately, I don't have my headphones with me, so I can't hear the TV. I can't turn it up loud enough to hear, because then it'll mess with the audio of this. But I just want to let you know. So, yeah, it sucks when you get an awesome looking sparrow, and it's got a perk that you really don't care about, like improved dodging from side to side. I don't care about that. I don't ever use it. Like, this is an awesome looking sparrow. I just wish it was better. So I have beaten the story on my hunter, and I'm working on a lot of stuff on the hunter. But I'm having trouble coming over that soft cap. of 345 because I'm not doing the raid. So I figured I'd go ahead and hop on and do some stuff with the Titan, like do the story with the Titan, some of the other things. You know, do the weekly stuff too, because that gets you some decent gear. Like the Titan is already, this is only the second story mission, and I think the Titan's already a 342 max light. I might show the final mission. I'm sure most people have seen it already. It was very lackluster though. Man, it felt flat again. Really, anyone who's into stories and that kind of aspect, the single player campaign. Well, it doesn't have to be single player, but I mean, because the raids do an awesome job of telling stories, and there's a lot of lore to be found in the raids. But anyone who's lore based, who likes a good story. Where the DLC is going to shine is definitely going to be your lore buffs on YouTube. Like Biff. Biff's my favorite. Mylan is really good, don't get me wrong. I like Mylan, but just Biff is better. The voice doesn't go with the face. I'm sorry, but it's very funny. I was not expecting that the first time I saw Biff, but the voice is perfect for lore stuff, overdubbed lore stuff. So Biff is my favorite. Although Biff, if you watch this, not likely. I knew you were wrong about the. Oh, thank God it stopped. I can stop yelling now. I can talk in a normal voice. I just realized I was yelling the entire time. I don't feel like God. This guy is loud. But anyways, Biff, if you somehow watch this, you were saying that wasn't Anna. There's no. I think you said there's no way that could be Anna Bray on the cover art for the Warmind. The Gods of Mars, as it's no longer called. I knew it was. I knew it was gonna be Anna Bray. So, something I gotta talk about that a lot of people don't like to talk about is, I don't know if they don't like to talk about it. I get distracted when I play. Yeah, so the lore is really where it's gonna shine. And I'm going to, I don't want to insert a clip. Later I will show you what I'm talking about a little bit better. With pertaining to the lore. The lore that the lore dudes of YouTube will find is really where the story is going to shine. Because I think they built a lot into it, but just the story was really short. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 missions and that's it. And then you get stuck on the soft cap with a bunch of shit to do. I keep joining the escalation protocols. And I have yet to be part of a group that beats it. So there's that. But yeah, the story's real short. There's some cool stuff in it. If you're expecting like a huge, massive story like Taken King, it's really full. It might be worse than Osiris as far as like content. I mean, so like the reworks is awesome. The masterworks, the reworks of the exotics rather, the general buff of the game. It's a lot more. The game's a lot more fun to play. But like the benefit of Osiris was that Osiris, Trials of, or not Trials of Osiris, what was it called? What was the last DLC called? Curse of Osiris? The Curse of Osiris, the benefit there was that there was a lot of stuff you could do solo dolo. A little bit harder, maybe not as fun, but there's a lot you could do. Whereas with this, it feels like really you have to be, it's back to how it used to feel with, you know, you're gonna have to start doing the raid, kind of doing all that bullshit. You're gonna need a fire, what I'm trying to say, you're gonna need a fire team. You're gonna either have to find a fire team online or try to convince your friends to get in and play with you, because a lot of the stuff you ain't doing by yourself.
I've got a lock. The fragment is nearby, but the readings are inconsistent with other pieces of the traveler.
So that kind of sucks,
Zavala,
but
assuming this fragment bait plan works, how do you expect to take down
I'm gonna try to
without
find some
rescue?
people to play with, hopefully soon.
I won't have this discussion again.
Do the raid for the first
I can tell
time,
you
do the
without
nightfall
doubt,
for the first
Rasputin
time.
is the only way to stop Zol. We need the Valkyrie.
We won against impossible odds before.
300 hours in the game, and I still haven't done those. Also, I got my Antelope finally, or the Antelope, or yeah, Antelope. I don't remember which one's the one I wanted. I haven't used it yet, but I have it. So yeah, 300 hours, you will get it. Guaranteed drop. Oh, fuck it. So that kind of sucks, but you know, it's, if you got the people, there's a lot of grind. Those escalation protocols are really hard. There are things you can't do if you're not strong enough power level, which is pretty cool, because I kind of felt like Curse of Osiris that if you played any of the game when it first came out, you were going to be strong enough. I don't know. I think it's worth it. Like, if you're a Destiny guy like I am, just go ahead and hop on. It's a cool little story. There's some cool stuff. Like I said, I'll show you in a minute after I do this mission. But, don't get your hopes up.
There might still be a war stat left in
It's a
Earth's
little
orbit.
lackluster.
Let me see if I can adjust its trajectory.
I will say that I don't know what it is, but
We got incoming.
the normal quick play playlist drives me crazy.
Understood.
So, like I said before, I'm not a huge PvP guy. And, go away. Leave me. I'm not a huge PvP guy, and I was kind of surprised. Like, I really liked the way Iron Banner felt, and I really enjoyed playing the Iron Banner, which is not like me at all. There we go. But I really enjoyed playing the Iron Banner, like, really enjoyed it. And, I had to do Crucible for the, you know, the weekly stuff, and I was going crazy. Like, I was not getting kills, I was dying. Apparently, I was shooting marshmallows, and everyone else was shooting howitzers. I mean, and the funny thing was, is I was on the top of some of the teams. Like, I was actually playing really good. I think there was one, we did one that was, what do you call it? The dog tags? I don't know what it is in this game. But we're doing the dog tags. And that was the only one I went negative. The rest of them I did pretty good. As far as like the maps are concerned, but it was just really frustrating to play because it really felt like, I don't know how I did good. I really don't, and I wish I would have been recording. I did record one where I hit someone with my super. Like I did my super, or did I do my super first? Yeah, I did my super first. Like they were marked. I think they were marked. I can't remember exactly what happened. And I'm not going to put that in this video, but I will do a video with some like highlights of some of the stuff that I've been playing here recently that I just recorded on the PlayStation. But I like hit someone with my super, and because I saw them, I can't remember. I just said them. But I hit someone with the super, and like I got the jump on him, so I did my super animation. My super was like already out, and it was already hit the ground. And I've said this before, I don't like how the one super works. I think I was using Shadow Shot or whatever it is. Trying to sneak up behind me. I see you, motherfucker. But not worried about your big ass yet. And they shot out a Nova bomb and it killed me. Oh no, I remember what it was. They were already dead, I think, or they were almost dead. And I hit them with a grenade. I got the jump on them. I shot them a bunch. Something. I can't remember. I know I had the jump on them, and they Nova bombed me like after I already should have killed them. It was kind of like blew my mind. I can't remember it now, but check out my next video that I uploaded about Destiny, and it'll be on there. That scared the shit out of me.
Warsat armed and in position.
Okay, last time that Warsat killed me. I'm not gonna let that happen. Yeah, get that Warsat going.
Anna, how did you get it fired?
I asked him. Rasputin was created to help
Whew.
you.
So,
Listens to me.
This time the war mind listened. But are you ready to shoulder the
yeah, I just felt like I was shooting marshmallows. Like I remember when I did the Iron Banner, I think it was when I did the
Get back to Mars. It is time to go.
The Vigilance Wing was just wrecking me. 2 shots with the Vigilance Wing and I was dead every time from halfway across the map. And it got a buff. It's better than what it was then. So I went to use it, and it was just like 4, 5 pulls of the trigger before I'd kill someone. I mean, I had it one time where I shot. I mean, there was times where I unloaded 7 rounds of a hand cannon into them, and then meleeed them twice, and they turned around and killed me. And it's like, what is going on? I'm like, that I don't understand. If somebody knows about that, can explain to me why that happens, I'd love to know. I feel like my frame rate's really slow right now. Yeah, frame rate's a little fucked up. Oh well. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's what my buddy always tells me, is it's just a game. It doesn't matter. But it drives me crazy. To me, that's not fun. To me, that's a bunch of bullshit. There was one map I did really good. I had the Vigilance Wing, and I was playing smart, and I got a lot of kills, and I was having a lot of fun. But there were other times, it just feels... there was a guy lag switching, which drives me crazy. Like, he got the kill on me because of it. But it's weird, because I'll be like 3, 4, like 4th pulse, like dead into him, headshots at everything, crits are popping up. And they'll run around the wall, and that's it. And then they'll pop around once and like 2-shot me, and I'll fall over. And why are you fucking kidding me? Like, it takes me a whole magazine of The Nameless Midnight, with a lot of it being headshots, to drop somebody. And every time it's like I get 2-shot and I die. It's It's really weird, and it drives me crazy. But it drives me crazy because it's just not even. You know, if it was even, if it was, you know, like the Prometheus lens when it glitched, it wasn't like anyone had an advantage. It was fucked up because it was fucked up. Go away. What the hell killed me? No revive? Okay. Y'all you're in your little clique. I didn't mean to hit him. God.
That thing's not going anywhere without a
Oh my
ventilation
god, I'm
system.
dying already. I hate being weak. Oh, no bueno. Stop spawning me over here, you fucking thing. See, now this is where that quick thingy would come in handy. Come back, bro. Help, I did something, I contributed. They really need to go back to how it was in Destiny 1, where your first public event of the day guaranteed a big drop. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Nice. I'll head over and study what's left of it. Maybe we can reverse engineer some of their technology.
Yeah, about that.
You broke everything, didn't you?
That was great. You would hop on each character, do a public event, you would get like a legendary. I think it was like it was either 1 or 2 legendaries, or it was like a crap ton of blues. I like that. That was nice. Instead, heroic events or public events in general are pointless. Heroic events definitely need a buff. I mean, the only benefit of heroic events is the chance of the big boss really dropping something, getting glimmer, getting kills, and kind of ranking up that way. Oh. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, I mean, I'm a Destiny junkie, so if you ever at any point have enjoyed Destiny and you already own the DLC, log in and play it, because it is fun. If you're thinking about buying it, it's very short. The storyline is very short. I don't feel like there's a lot added just off the base of the campaign and the whole single player stuff. It's not like I was saying, it's not like Curse of Osiris with the prophecy weapons where you can just farm this stuff and it doesn't matter who you're with. If you're with friends, obviously it's more fun, but if you're solo, you can do it too. This really is more for the people who have a group. I don't have a group, but I'm still playing it because I love the game and I already own the DLC. There you go. But yeah, if you have a group of people that you play with and you're all wondering if you should go in and get it, I would recommend it because it's a lot of fun. You get to go back to Mars. There's some cool new gear. I think there's even more cool gear for your, like, if you win the escalation protocols, there's a lot of stuff. There's some really cool stuff in that. Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff, but a lot of it's locked behind escalation protocol and having to do the raid and having to do nightfall and things of that nature. So this is what I was talking about, though. I love that the ghost looks. It makes me so happy. But yeah, so this is one of the scan things. I think it's the only scan thing on Mars, but I'm gonna shut up and y'all can listen to what he has to say. Where's the... Come on.
It's a crash ship that bears some fallen insignia. Let me check the logs, see if I can figure out where it came from. It belonged to Prince Uldren. What is it doing on Mars? Do you think he knows about Rasputin?
He's mentioning Prince Uldren. How's that gonna come into play later? That made me very excited. And yes, I'm that big of a nerd. Shut up. So that's pretty cool. Alright. 26 minutes down. We're going to talk about depression and devotion, dedication, other D words. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is depression. So I mentioned earlier that I'm kind of on a lifter's high from the gym. I feel great. I feel amazing. It's my first time in the gym in like 6 weeks. It's a little stupid, but I've been kind of depressed with my truck taking so long to get done. You know, you have this nice thing that you finally have after struggling with a, vehicle. My vehicle wasn't shit. Like, so, real quick backstory. I have a 98 Dodge Ram with a 12-valve Cummins, and my original goal was that I was building the engine, the transmission, and I was making it badass so that I could swap the engine and transmission into a new vehicle. And the new vehicle, it's an old vehicle, but I was gonna rebuild it and it was gonna handle like a new vehicle. Basically, my dream vehicle is a square body K series Chevy pickup. So anything between 81 and 87, depending on the body style, and if it's a heavy duty or whatnot. But that body style, that square body, I love the way they look. But my dream would be to have one of those K20 heavy duty, long bed, 4-door, put that 12-valve Cummins in it. It's all mechanical injection, so you don't have to worry about all this electronics and these computers and all this other bull crap. Great prepper vehicle because it's diesel, and that engine in my 98 was getting, I could average high side like 24, give or take, miles per gallon, and a lot of that was city. And that big old diesel, and it made, in its current configuration, it made 360 horsepower and 800 foot-pounds of torque. I needed a turbo pretty bad. The turbo was way undersized for that application. It was way overfueled, I guess is the other way to think about that. It was way overfueled. But, so, it was still a really awesome truck. And that's what I was going to do, because I could get one of those trucks for a couple of grand, and I was going to do whole new suspension, and they make AC conversions to have, like, new style AC. I was going to redo the interior, leather seats, redo the paint, just kind of rebuild it with the money I got from selling my house. And that was the whole plan. Well, when I sold my house, I got nowhere near what I thought I was going to get. and it just wasn't because I sold it for less than like what I should have or anything. It's just that the market had dropped in the area. When I started to fix up the house to sell it, you know, I decided to put in all tile floors and new cabinets and stuff like that. The market was a little bit better, but there were some people selling their houses down the road from me that were newer houses that had like in-ground swimming pools, and they lowballed the crap out of their house. And I knew the guys. It's because their daughter went to school somewhere else, like out of state, and they wanted to move with her, so they needed to sell the house like ASAP, and it was bullshit. So they ended up selling their house. They had listed their house for like $120,000, and it's newer, and it's a little bit bigger, and it has an in-ground pool, and it was like, it just killed me. I was like, that easily would have been like $180,000, $200,000 home if they weren't in a hurry. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it, what I sold it for. I am complaining that those guys are idiots, but, you know, I was lucky enough to sell the house. So, wow, this is really turning into a long detour from the main story. My apologies. I'll try to hurry up. So, I love this shield thingy. Whee! Bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, so it is what it is, and I couldn't afford to do the restoration like I wanted to. And, you know, I had other priorities, other things I needed to do with the money, which sucks. But the biggest thing that sucks about it is the fact that, oh, I missed that one. The biggest thing that sucks about it is that I didn't spend any money on the interior or drivetrain or anything like that of my Cummins. I kind of focused all on the engine. And because of that, I had nothing but issues down the road with all this other crap. And so, you know, I didn't focus on I didn't care about the AC. I didn't care about the electrical. You know, the windows didn't work. Power seats didn't work. AC didn't work. Steering was shot. Like, I didn't care because I thought I was going to do all that. And then I'm suffering, trying to keep the truck going. And so when I was able to get this new truck, it was really nice. I really appreciated it, and I loved driving it, and it was awesome. And I got to drive it for about a month, and then I handed it off to my brother, and so the big thing with this truck is there are some issues that come with this truck from the factory that we want to go ahead and fix, because I have the option to do it now while I have my brother here with me. But, you know, when I move, I don't have that option. So, you know, I still have my Cummins. I had my Cummins. And so I had that to drive. Clicked off the motherfucker. Yeah, I had that to drive, and, you know, I had my brother work on the truck, and then the Cummins, I think it blew a head gasket. I got to figure that out, so I don't have that. And just, I've been kind of depressed, you know. I've been had that nice vehicle, now it's been gone. It's not really something to be too depressed about, but it's been like 6 weeks, and it's supposed to take like a weekend. So, and it's not something you can control, though. I mean, I've suffered from depression in the past, so it's not like I can sit there and be like, oh, that's stupid, don't be depressed about it. It's just what it is, and it's okay. That's kind of what I want to talk about, is it's okay to be depressed. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's okay to talk to people about it. But sometimes you do have to choose who you talk to about it. Like, my brother is not a feelings guy. He does, you know, he's a man's man, and he puts on this tough outer shell, and being depressed, they're sissies. You don't talk about feelings. Okay, well, I'm not going to talk to you about it. But any of my other friends, you know, if they're a good friend, you know, and you tell them you're depressed.
If there are any Guardians on
they should talk to you. You know, they should be able to talk to you. And I got friends like that. I got badass friends who have been in the military and who are in law enforcement, and I can sit there and be like, dude, I'm fucking depressed, and what's wrong, buddy? And it's all right. You know, it's okay to have those talks, and it's okay to do that stuff. It's okay to be a little bit depressed sometimes, and it's okay to talk about it. It doesn't matter why you're depressed. It doesn't matter if it's for something stupid, like your truck's been in the shop for 6 weeks and you miss it, or if your mom passed away and you miss her, or what. It doesn't matter. You know, maybe you're military and you miss some of your brothers in arms, brothers and sisters in arms. All that's okay, and it's okay to feel down, but you know, you gotta be able to understand that it's these are just feelings, and kind of wasted that really well. You know, that these are just feelings, and they're there for a reason. Sometimes it's chemical imbalances, sometimes it's does anyone want it? I don't need it. You know, sometimes it's chemical imbalances. I've had manic depression that I literally cannot control, which is really weird for me because I've never had that before. You know, but also it can be, like I said, it can be stupid shit, it can be some heavy shit, and it's all okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and just, you gotta talk about it. Doesn't matter to who. You know, I'm obviously, like I just said, you gotta pick. Sometimes you gotta pick. Sometimes there are people who aren't the best person to talk about it to, but that doesn't mean you're not allowed to talk about it. It just means that they're a dick. Sorry, brother, I love you. No, I can talk to my brother about this stuff. He's not the best. He's not gonna be as supportive. Which is okay. I mean, that's just who he is. I still love him. But, yeah, so, like I said, it doesn't matter why you're depressed. But, you know, it's nothing for me that it's like, oh, God, I can't go on. It's just been having some sleeping issues, and I haven't been going to the gym. I haven't been in the gym in like 6 weeks. Just kind of stupid shit like that. And I'm talking about this because I finally... this morning when I was like, I couldn't sleep, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of feeling depressed. The truck got pushed back another week, but I'm tired of feeling this way, and I know it's stupid, and the only way outside of that, the only way to kind of, if you will, overcome that is, in my opinion, to find that thing that helps take your mind off that, find that thing that causes true joy and happiness in your day. And for me, that's always been the gym. That dedication to the gym, I've always loved. I've always loved going to the gym. And it's always been that rock, that thing that solidifies everything else I do in the day. It sets me up for the day, my anchor. It makes me happy. I love going to the gym, and it's funny because I didn't go to the gym because I was depressed, but the medicine for my depression is going to the gym. That's what helps me. So, okay. So, yeah, you know, I was able to sit there and finally tell myself, forget this, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna go to the gym, and I feel great. I feel amazing, and I haven't really talked to anyone about it because it's not serious depression. It's just like a little mild, kind of just bummed out type thing. But I wanted to share that because I know a lot of people suffer from depression, and you know, if talking to your friends doesn't help, you're still suffering from it, go find someone, a professional to talk to, a therapist. I've gone and seen. If that doesn't help, then go find a psychiatrist, and maybe there might be some medicine you need to get on, or maybe there's something in your diet that's got you kind of messed up. Things like that. For me, it's definitely the gym. That's where it's all at, is the gym. But yeah, you know, it also helps to have that thing that you do every day. Every day is the same. Not the same thing, because that can get monotonous and boring, but there's that one thing you do for you in the day. Whether that be sitting down and playing some Destiny, you know, or maybe it's playing fetch with your dog at the park. Having that constant, that one thing that you know cheers you up. That's just fight through that stormy weather, that's that depression, and just go do that thing. Like I said, 6 weeks I've been without the gym, and it's kind of my happy spot. It's where I go to be happy, and I had trouble getting off my ass to go there. And finally said, you know, I'm in control of my own feelings. Whether it be chemical, I can change it. But this is just emotional. This is due to circumstances that are outside of my control, that are not serious. I can control my feelings, and I just got my ass to the gym, and I'm loving it. I'm going to keep go back to my old workout schedule 5 days a week like I was doing. I'm so happy I was able to go back. Truck, gonna take another week, that's fine, whatever, it's alright. I got my brother's helping me out, letting me borrow his truck. There's things to be positive about, so but the gym, that's that dedication thing, just to have that thing. Stop, I want to reload. Kept hitting the reload button, kept trying to get me to turn on the escalation protocol. But yeah, you know, I think when people are depressed, they just bottle it up and they shell up, which is what I did just now, or not just now, but this past couple of weeks. And you know, and I know not to. It's just one of those things that sometimes it's helpful to get reminded that, hey, dummy, you know, go do something. So it's been nice. Yeah, and so I had manic depression because I had a girl that I thought was the one, and she left me in a bad way. And I've talked about it a little bit before, but I've never had depression like that, because I've always been fairly intelligent with my own feelings. I've always been, for the most part, able to go, depression stupid, you know, I'm gonna go play guitar and be happy. I've always been able to find that happiness, that one thing that cheered me up, that I'm mentioning, that people should go do. But with her leaving, man, I don't know what it was, but I just had this uncontrollable depression that the likes I've never had before. I would be okay 1 minute, and then the next minute I'd be in a ball on the ground, crying my eyes out, like just wanting to die, just so horribly depressed. And I couldn't stop. I couldn't control my feelings. I've never felt out of control like that before. And it was a little bit scary feeling like that. And I called a psychiatrist to try to get some. I called it was a mental hospital, but I called them because I had a friend who gave me something for your mood, some type of antidepressant, or no, it was an anxiety pill. It was an anti-anxiety, because that was the other thing. I was having a lot of anxiety. I wasn't eating. I didn't eat anything. I would pace around my room I would pace around the house. Like, that's all I would do. I would just walk circles around my living room and drink water. And even then, I had forced myself to drink water. I lost 40 pounds in a week, or something stupid like that, or 40 pounds in 2 weeks, something crazy like that. And it was fucking miserable. And just the worst part about it was not being able to control it. It's one thing to get sad and be like, I know why I'm sad. I know this is stupid. Let me go cheer myself up. But it's another animal altogether when you cannot stop it. You cannot stop this horrible feeling, this horrible feeling of helplessness and anxiety. It's just, oof, it was bad. Never felt like that before. I,
We can't let the Hive claim this
you know, truly feel for anyone who's ever had whoever feels like that now. Going to a therapist is what really helped me get over it. But before I was getting over it, just to deal with what was going on at that time was friends, good friends. Being able to call someone and be like, just in a shell crying, and them just, you know what, fuck this shit. We're getting you out of the house, dragging me to the gym. That was amazing. That probably was a lifesaver for me. You little fucktard.
The Valkyrie's coming in hot. Careful out there, Guardian.
We'll take care of it.
So,
All in a day's work. Great job out there.
you know, but I was able to talk to them about it. I was able to have, you know, just go to your friend, go to your buddy, talk to them. And it wasn't 100%. They helped the panic attacks, the anxiety. They helped get me out of the house for a little while, but, you know, I couldn't be around them 24/7. And that's where I had to take it sort of into my own hands and go to a
There's a
therapist.
long road ahead of us.
And it took me a little while of retraining my brain or trying to teach myself what was what, and still having support from those friends. I eventually got over it. I haven't had a bout of depression in like a year almost a year, about 9 months. I mean, I still get, you know, a little bit sad thinking about stuff and remembering what I went through with that person, but it's not uncontrollable like it was. And I've also been there. If you're like, Briscoe, I don't got no friends to talk to. Well, I've been there too. And we live, when I was there, when I was a little bit younger and I didn't have anyone to talk to, there really wasn't any way to reach out apart from like trying to, you know, go to a therapist or a mental hospital type person. But when I was younger and I didn't have a lot of friends or any, that made things very difficult. It was very hard to try to reach out. And but we live in this, you know, technological age where that's not always the case. And that's pretty amazing, you know. Like there's Discord, for example. You know, there are specific groups in Discord that cater to talking to people. You know, like one of my favorite YouTubers, favorite YouTubers, Donut Operator, does a Discord for where he tries to help him and a couple other moderators try to help out law enforcement and military who are suffering from depression. And so he, you know, if you're law enforcement, military, current or ex, definitely try to find that Discord with Donut Operator, because that's big. I know they help a lot of people. And I can only assume that there's got to be you know, more places like that. You know, the internet can be a little bit tricky because there are trolls out there, but Holy shit, he got excited about something. My dog just took off. Scared the shit out of me. But yeah, you know, I'm sure there's forums like that online where you can talk to somebody if you truly feel like you don't have the capacity to talk to anyone else, or maybe your friends or family aren't the best people to talk to you about this stuff. You know, there are those options. So, but talking is a big thing with it. Just that's the biggest thing about therapy, is just being able to talk in a secure environment and being able to express how you feel. Really a good therapist is going to listen to what you're saying and direct your thought process towards a healing, direct your thoughts towards a healing process. That's what I was trying to say. Direct your thoughts more towards a healing process versus your mind just going everywhere and not knowing how to feel about something. That's really what a good therapist does, is they're going to help, you know, kind of direct that to, they're not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, so you're depressed because your girlfriend left you, you're okay, that would be $100. No, like, that's not a good therapist. A good therapist is going to sit there and try to help you find the root of your issue, and try to help. Like my therapist, his big thing is he tries to give you the tools to help yourself. You know, he teaches you the tools that you need to help yourself, and then he'll never see you again. I've seen him twice in 6 years. Once was because my ex was trying to make me go to him before we divorced. And the second time was because an ex left me. But so I wanted to open up and kind of get a little personal and share with y'all that, you know, sometimes depression happens, and, you know, you need to be able to talk about it. And even if, I don't care, sit down with your dog, talk to your dog or your cat, you know, just talk to somebody. If you don't feel like you have anyone to talk to, try looking online, because I guarantee you there's going to be something out there. Like I said, Donuts, I think he's open to anyone coming in there, but I know a lot of the people that are on there for support are law enforcement, military types, so just to keep that in mind. But it's 5:45 a.m. right now, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go to sleep or if I want to load up the kayak and go fishing. I was supposed to go fishing yesterday morning. I uploaded a video of me and my dog in the pool, which is pretty cool little video. It didn't go how I wanted it to, because I was supposed to go fishing Monday morning, but like I said, I didn't get any sleep. Not Monday morning, Sunday morning. But like I said, I didn't get any sleep, so it's Monday morning. I've been up all night. My dog has scared the shit out of me. Hey, Boo Boo, come here. And so, come here. I think I'm going to load up the kayak. And go do some fishing. Like an hour or two of fishing first thing in the morning while it's nice and cool. Then I'll come home and go to bed. My sleep schedule is going to be fucked. But it's okay. It's kind of nice because I'm going to be sleeping during the hottest part of the day, because it's been up in like the 90s with the heat index in the hundreds, and it's only May. This is insane. This is why I'm moving the fuck out of Florida. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope I was able to help some people with either Destiny, or if they're having some sadness issues. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to go do some fishing. I'll upload this, and then a little bit later I'll cut together some of the highlight reels that I've saved off the PS4 and show some of those. Other than that, stay safe, shoot straight, and I'll see you next time.